In this course, we'll be going over how you can use automations in your first workflow to add efficiency and reduce manual work. To start, your automations are location-based and incorporate the hierarchy. This means you need to be really intentional with where you place them, because if you place an automation at, let's say, the space level, that automation will affect all of the folders, all of the lists, and all of the tasks within that space. A quick call out here, lists are self-contained, so if you're looking to experiment with things like custom fields and automations, do it at the list level. You can mess around all you want and it won't impact any other location or other people's work. So for today's example, let's go ahead and add an automation in our intake list. Earlier in this learning path, we discussed how we can use custom fields to manage your work as it comes into your org or department or team. And as you're evaluating projects and taking them on, you'll most likely be assigning them out to different teams and team members. We can do this manually by using the assignee button, and then we can even drag and drop that task where we want it to go. But at scale, this isn't going to be effective. So instead, we can use automations to automate that process of assigning that task out and sending it to that team to work on. So here on our list, we're going to go ahead and click on the automation button. And from here, we can create our automation. When building our automations, we need to know what our trigger is and what the coinciding action will be. We already know that we want the action to be the assignment and movement of the task to the other team. So using our previous example, let's say we know David owns this content and he's on the content marketing team. For our trigger, we can use the status being updated to in progress, and for our conditions to be our custom fields. Looking at the total automation now, we can see that anytime a task is a content task, once it's marked in progress, it will automatically be assigned to David and sent to the content team's list. One thing I'd like to call out here, in our example, we showed you how you can move the task to a different list, but we can also add it to a list instead in ClickUp. What this means is that the task can exist simultaneously in more than one place at the same time. This is called tasks in multiple lists. So what you may want to do is add it to a list that you're using for oversight. What's going to happen is the task is going to absorb the statuses and custom fields from the list it's been moved to, which has become its home list, and will display that information in the other places it's been added to. Just to show you what this looks like, let's take a look at this task here, and you can see how the home is showing at the top. So that's where the statuses and custom fields are coming from for this task. And then you can see I've also got it on a second list. So this is the list that the task has been added to. This way I can keep track of all of the work that's currently in flight if I need to from my own oversight list. So here I'm going to go ahead and create this automation. Take some time to practice creating your own automations using the exercises we've got after this video. Next, we're going to be talking about creating consistency with templates.